If you could just say your names, please, and spell it.
My name is Gerald Rose, president of New Order National Human Rights Organization. That's Gerald Rose, ROSE.
And I'm Shameka Chapple, field director for New Order National Human Rights Organization, and my name is Shameka, last name Chapple.
And Gerald, if you could, tell us why you're here, of course, the relevance of what happened behind you.
Well, we're here for two reasons. First of all, we want to pay our respects to the young man who was a mentor. He was just doing his thing, what he did. He reminded me a little bit, so he can't go away so quietly. But at the same time, we hear whoever did this, turn yourself in immediately, because you have to face justice. You can run, but you can't hide forever. You know, it doesn't, no matter where you at, so you must come in and turn yourself in so this family can grieve.
Just 13 years old, DeMarcus, and of course the man you were talking about, opening his doors for people kids in the neighborhood who had nowhere to go. Just such a heartbreaking loss.
Can you imagine how the bullet hit him, of all places that it hit, and it hit a 13-year-old, and it hit the guy who's been running this program? What kind of signals that's showing is just the fact that whoever did this, it's a sad situation. And the gun violence in Metro Atlanta area is bad, you know, and thank God for cell phone, because it's exposed the stuff that's been going on for many years. So this is nothing new to us as an organization. You know, it's just the fact that enough is enough, you know, and we cannot fight the enemy if we continue to fight each other.
And your plea is that someone come forward?
Of course.
Do you see that happening? And in your experience, I know we're just speculating, we don't know if that house was targeted or not.
Right.
In your experience, is it usually targeted, or it's someone being reckless?
Well, being around cases like this, when you do a public plea, our organization has been successful. I'm not saying we're perfect, but you know, my dad always told me, you know, if you put God first, and I'm putting God in front of this, he's working through us. He said, hey, y'all go down there and do something, make a statement and say, hey, turn yourself in, because you can't run from justice. Because when you do go to court, they're gonna look at this, say you try to make bond, and you ain't gonna get bond because you're running now. So you need to face it, you know, and things like that. It's just that it just made me shed tears on how the gun violence is going on, not just Atlanta, but across the country, you know. But, you know, as an organization, we must work together, you know, and solve these issues that's going on in our community.
And what are you both, you could both speak to this, hoping for in terms of gun violence? Is it about speaking to someone who may act recklessly and say, hey, because your life is over too if you do something where it strikes someone?
And I think that's the point, being able to speak to not only adults, but to reach the youth as well, because we are losing so many of our teens out here to gun violence. We see so many teens out here now that are told high-powered guns that you're not thinking whose life you're taking, and everybody is losing. Not just the person who loses a life, but just think about on both sides, families losing. And you're losing your time out of your life because you acted irresponsibly, taking another person's life. So we're hoping that we could get the message out and hopefully bring about a solution to all this gun violence. Hopefully reach some teens. We know we can't reach everybody, but for those that we can, we're hoping to be able to reach some of these teens to help them to realize incarceration is not the answer. Taking somebody's life is not the answer. That was not going on too much back in our days and era, but now it is so heavy out here. So we need to get to the root of the problem. The root of the problem. Why are you angry? Why are you killing over foolishness? Whether it's a game, whether it's a dollar, whether it's because you feel somebody disrespecting you and you got your little buddies boosting you up, you gonna let them handle you like that? So it come upon a time you have to make a responsible decision, because that life may be gone, but your life is gonna be spent the rest of your life behind the prison walls.
That's such a good point. And if you are seeking revenge, let's say, you don't know who's behind the walls there. I mean, think of the loss, what you both said about this.
Young people are not concerned about the punishment, you know, because being behind the walls is a whole different ballgame.
Exactly.
And I could just say my organization has been approved to go inside the Metro Detention Center, juvenile detention center. So we're going on in there to run like a Scared Straight program. You remember the Scared Straight program? Let them know that, you know, if you go to the big joint, this is something something serious. So we need to let them know that, you know, you can play around all you want at the juvenile detention center, because we used to work there. They could play video games and all that, but when you go inside that big thing, it's a whole different ball game. So, you know, if you're scared to do the juvenile thing, can you imagine when you get tried as an adult? You know, and I'm just hoping whoever did this, suspect or suspects, I'm hoping that ain't no juvenile would do this. You know, and somebody he might have known, because something's not matching up in this.
Yeah.
And also, like you say, the juvenile system give them a pat on the back.
They do.
So once they go inside of there, I mean, it's just like a game to them.
That's right.
Because this is all you're going to do to me. We're going to get out, come back. We could get in here, play games.
Right.
But once you go into the real prison system, it's gang violence inside of there. The jails as well as the system. It's gangs that have formulated in there.
Right.
And if you're not part of a gang, then you're subject to attacks. And even if you are a part of a gang, still, if you have a problem with another inmate, we see all the time on the news how another inmate is losing their life to the gang violence that is going on even inside of the prison systems.
And finally, what has the feedback been with your organization so far?
Well, first of all, we could say one child, we made a difference. And we're going to have a team summit every other month. And this is our second annual that's coming up. It's going to be on the July 24th.
July 24th,
yeah.
Okay.
And we want to expect, the public is invited. We're going to have the young people on the panel. We're going to listen to the young people, you know. So, and also what we need to do is start talking about the history, that we come from kings and queens. We didn't come from no thugs. You know, what my organization used to do, we used to go down to the Auburn Avenue African Museum and show them their history, where they came from. So we put in their mind, why would I want to kill somebody that look like me, that we come from the same tribe?
Right.
You know, so we're going to start doing that. So we got some systems